Hi, everyone. It's Janet, CEO of Northwood. We know that many of you have questions about what the coming weeks and months look like at Northwood's Halifax facility, and we'll do our absolute best to provide as much information as possible. But first, I want to thank you for your cooperation and support. The past few months have not been easy for the Northwood community. We've suffered significant loss and have had to make big changes to everyday life to ensure we're well positioned in our continued fight against COVID-19. But the strength of our residents has kept the Northwood spirit strong. We still have 3 residents who continue their fight against COVID-19 in our 2 buildings that house our long-term care residents in Halifax. We know this has come at much and such personal costs for you. Not being able to visit your friends and family and seeing so many changes in the staff who've been supporting us over the last few weeks, as so many individuals have joined us as our own staff became ill. For your ongoing cooperation, understanding, and perseverance in the fight against this virus, we are sincerely grateful. Thank you so much. As I've said before, the reality of this virus is that it does not get easier despite the days that have passed. It has wreaked havoc on so many lives. Our thoughts and prayers are with those who lost friends and family members. Our hearts break for you, and we're so sorry for your loss. The battle continues. We have more than 180 individuals who have fought the battle against COVID-19 and won. We have more than 200 residents in our Halifax building who continue to test negative for COVID-19. We're still in the midst of this battle. As stated, we do currently have active cases at our Halifax facility, but the number of active cases is less every week. We are in talks to start returning the recovered residents who have been staying at the off-site hotel recovery unit back to their home in Halifax. The number of staff active cases has been dramatically reduced over the last 2 weeks as well, which is a very encouraging sign. Today, we have 1 staff member who continues to fight the battle with COVID-19. In our center building, we now have 6 floors that can be considered recovered. Residents on those recovered floors can now have scheduled escorted visits outdoors. These outdoor visits are being arranged by Recreation Therapy. Those who are not on those floors, unfortunately, are unable to leave their floor. We hope to begin to allow small numbers of residents accompanied by staff to get fresh air and sunshine in the courtyard. We're following direction from public health as we loosen and look at those restrictions. We need to be very cautious. With the warm weather, we are working on addressing the summer heat in our buildings. Our planned air conditioning project in the center building has been delayed due to the COVID-19 outbreak. We're in the process of installing units for residents who have ordered them, and we're looking at developing cooling area on each of the floors for residents to access. Of course, we'll need to continue to observe our physical and social distancing protocols. We understand how challenging it is to stay indoors as the weather gets nicer, but we truly appreciate your patience and understanding, and we're doing everything we can to make this a reality as soon as possible. Floors will be advised when they are considered recovered. Where there are still positive cases, floor restrictions and room isolation will continue for the time being, unfortunately. We also understand how important dining is to social interaction. Residents can now eat out of the rooms, but must physically distance, and that's, of course, 2 meters. Of course, the use of PPE must be continued based on posted guidelines. We know many of you are eager to see your loved ones. When it comes to hosting visitors, we are currently in the planning phase of a family visitation program. We are carefully looking at the logistics, safety, and PPE requirements. We will be ready when the medical officer of health approves this program. There will no doubt be specific requirements for this program when it is eventually permitted. So we'll be sure to follow up with additional information as soon as we have it. For residents who smoke, we are currently working on a location for a temporary smoking room to open in the coming weeks. We have also been in discussion about construction of a new permanent smoking room on the main floor of the center building. Our programming will be brought back slowly. We're actively planning what programs will look like in the future after COVID-19. The world has changed, Northwood will change. We do, however, have a recreation programmer who will continue to check in with residents on their floors if they have requests for crossword puzzles or books. There will also continue to be resident comfort aids available, and of course, our FaceTime visiting will continue. Our staffing levels continue to improve every week, with weekends still being a bit of a challenge for us. However, I'm sure you've been as happy as I have been to welcome back some friendly and familiar faces. Some of our borrowed staff are now being released back to their original workplaces. We know how much our residents appreciate the hard work of our frontline staff over the past number of months, and we continue to show them our appreciation. It's been amazing, the support that we've received from the entire healthcare system. We know that the entire Northwood community is grieving our recent losses, and we are determined to ensure that we create an appropriate way to grieve and memorialize those who have passed. We are currently working with a donor on a wonderful floral display and a memorial for the people we have lost to COVID-19. This memorial will be temporarily located in the courtyard. Once again, I want to thank you for your cooperation and support as we navigate this challenge. While we continue to work on stabilizing the outbreak at our Halifax facility, we still need to ensure we're adjusting to life within the new normal. If you have additional questions that have not been addressed, please feel free to reach out to any member of your care team or Northwood staff, and we'll be sure to respond as quickly as possible with the information you're seeking. We'd like to share with you a wonderful video with you produced by the grade 2 students at the Kingswood Elementary. The students undertook a service project with the intention of supporting a local organization that is providing extraordinary support to the Halifax community during the COVID-19 crisis. Each student contributed their own money to make this project come to life. Please enjoy the video.
The Northwood Foundation is located in Dartmouth. It supports the Northwood long-term care homes in Halifax and Bedford.
The Northwood Foundation supports seniors in need. People live in the Northwood long-term care homes when they can no longer care for themselves at home.
The Northwood Foundation makes programs and services that will give a better life for the old people and the doctors and nurses who help them. They need money for the things they do, like food, clothes, masks, safety hats, and gloves.
They use money to do nice things for the old people, and so the old people can make wishes. Some people make the written Christmas cards and buy them gifts.
The Northwood Foundation deserves our donation because a lot of their workers and residents have gotten sick with COVID-19.
They need this money to help get the proper care, attention, and resources. They need to fight against COVID-19.
A lot of old people need more care because they have COVID-19 and can't be with their families.
It is very hard for the people that work there and for the people who live there because of COVID-19. We are stronger together.